Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my previous subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video in particular, we're going to be talking about the rise of the female Democratic Trump. MAGA becomes awakened and Democrats go to sleep. We'll talk about that in today's video. We are now shifting away from everyday politics and shifting toward the future, what energy and things that I'm getting, messages that I'm getting about the future. We'll shift our focus there. We will be going back and forth. You will see that continuously. But for this week, we're going to be discussing more of the futuristic things that I'm getting, the energy, and where the energy is currently heading and leading. So that's what I'm getting in particular. Again, I'm going to read it back to you. The rise of the female Democratic Trump. MAGA will become awakened when Democrats go to sleep. That's going to be a really interesting topic, so I do hope you guys like today's video. This video is also being recorded on Monday, March 17th at 12:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so happy St. Patrick's Day for all of you guys who celebrate. And so I do want to extend my gratitude and my appreciation to all of you guys who are actively participating, engaging in the content, whether you're liking, whether you're subscribing, whether you're commenting, whether you're liking, whether you're sharing the content, does not matter. I want to say I thank you. And for those we do now, every week we do this. It's called Community Spotlight, and it's not me. I don't handpick them. YouTube handpick them based on your interaction with the channel. So I want to be able to say my appreciation to all of you guys, but also to a very specific Community Spotlight. Patricia E, MDH, Prina Ibarez, I apologize if I mispronounced your name, TubiTube, and of course, J. Melissa. So thank you all. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for your great support. I appreciate you and I love you. And I also do want to give a quick shout out to Cam. Cam just sent me something right before I started this video. And we're going to talk about this in another video as well, because I feel like it needs a little bit more topic. But Cam sent to me is that, hey, listen, you know how you talked about how the Sasha Lady, the Lady Liberty second challenge message that you got on, February 4th, 2025? Well, we just got information today, about 6 hours ago, or like 18 hours ago. France is now asking for the Statue of Liberty back. So I'm going to read you a little excerpt from this challenge just to kind of give you understanding about why this is so significant. Okay. They have censored the news. They are afraid that they themselves are alone. But be not, that I am right here with you. And when I fall, then you will know that fascism has won. But be not afraid, as this is not forever. I may be gone, but my chains would have been broken. I am free. A new one will take my place. It will be the very first one, the one who was originally rejected. I will have served my purpose, but she will serve hers when it strikes once again, or when blacks are truly free. It will be that of a black woman holding a lantern into the night, a homage to the next era of America. America has not ended, but rather been renewed for a second season. You really think we will let go that easily? Hell no. The America you know and love now is without a doubt gone. Possibility wiped from the history book, but this may be for the best. A great restart after 45 is upon us, but not after it failed entirely, but that the sons of liberty shall rise up to put up the next woman, a black one. We don't know how or when, but we do know it's coming. It takes us hard to rewrite the course of history here in the U.S. to finally face the truth and start this healing journey. Many faces of evil will be seen by those who see it, but also by those who choose to do nothing and stay complicit. But do not be mistaken, they will be punished harsher and harder than those before them. This is because they had history to try to prevent it, but choose to ignore it, whereas those in Germany did not have anything to base it on except live it. However, Americans know the history and yet chose to ignore it. May you be punished for what's about to take place. I cannot speak of such horror as it disgusts me what's taking place on my land. Remember, evil cannot prevail here forever as time is running out. This is Native America's land after all. The powers of the people will be given back, and a new generation of Native American souls shall rise up. They rested inside the souls of each American, and for that the land shall be blessed once again, and feel the grace once again. Do not mistake bad things to be forever, but no good things are coming too. Love always, Lady Liberty. Quote, America's Lady. End of channel 11:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on February the 4th, 2025. So if you want to watch the full challenge to this one, you can find that video in the description below. This would be very significant. I thought that was very important. So thank you, Cam, for sending that to me. Let's go ahead. Let's begin. I'm not going to waste your time. This video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. So if you want to help out the channel, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, engaging in some way. We'll also push you on a community spotlight. All right, guys. Thank you. Let's get on. Let's see what's going on today. Again, I'm just going to read back the topic because I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of forgotten what the topic is. But, oh yeah, the rise of the female Democratic Trump. MAGA will become awakened while Democrats go to sleep. That's really interesting. Definitely not something that I expected. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's see what's going on. All right, so spirits and angels tell me about the rise of the Democratic Trump, or a female Democrat Trump, right? I think it's a female, right? Did I say it's a female? Yeah, the rise of a female. Tell me about the rise of the female Democratic Trump. Who is that and why did I get that information? What's in the center? Okay, thank you. It's interesting because you start to realize like a lot of Democrats are actually loyal to the party rather than they are loyal to the ideology that represents the party. You can kind of see that in like some parts of this community too. Especially with other readers, you will start to see people start to get mad at each other when a person said they disagree with something. They get pretty mad. That is because that is also that cult-like mentality. Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so the first cut that comes in is we have the bully. We have the 5 doors here. Interesting. So walking away, feeling like, it feels like the Democratic Party has no choice. It feels like they have no choice. There's something here going on with the Democratic Party where they feel like they don't have a choice in this matter. And that's why it's coming in at the 5 of Swords. It feels like they don't have a choice. Whatever they're doing and choosing this individual, they're choosing them because they don't feel like they have a choice. Here you have the 7 of Wands here. There's a fight here. There's the 7 of Wands. What is the information here? What am I getting? I'm getting, okay, so here's what I'm getting. I'm getting 2 different polar opposites things here. I'm getting 2 different outcomes. I access the Akashic Records based on our timeline. We go 2 different ways. This is the 2 outcomes here, the 2 likely pathways. The one likely pathway is that there is literally the families of the Trumps, right? Let's say 45 does away with democracy, but needs to get this false illusion that democracy is still here. He may let other Trump people within his family run for president. And that could be the rise of the, quote, Democratic Trump. It could also be the Democrat who is resistant to 45. It could be somebody who emulates the energy and aura of 45. So we're going to take a quick look. We're going to take a deeper dive here. I think I need a little bit more information to go off on this, and I feel like it's too vague. So we are going to use the Astral Alignment Tarot deck. Let's see, because I feel like the astrology will give me a little bit more understanding about what it is that I'm getting and why I got that in the first place. And there are going to be a lot of them. So if you want me to go over some topics that we're going to cover, it's going to be interesting. A lot of times you will notice on this YouTube channel, I will say things that's a little bit bizarre at the time, but makes sense later on. Because I'm not here to tell you all the current news. I'm sometimes here to give you messages about what's coming in the future. So you will see me talk about things months, weeks, or days in advance before any other tarot card reader does. Because I'm not here to tell you what the current topic is. I go based on the energies of what I need to tell you in the moment, because everything is universally connected. So my rhythm is different than everybody else's. Doesn't sound better than them, not in any way, but I just connect differently to the outer realm. So Spirit Angels, tell me about this Democratic Trump. Hold on, there's a card that flipped here. Okay, so we have a supermoon here, but we are going to put that back in, supermoon. And if it comes up again, we know it's important. Spirit Angel, tell me about this Democratic Trump. What does this mean? Can you further clarify the information you're telling me here? Third quarter moon, okay. Tell me more. Thank you. That's way too many. All right, anything else, Spirit, on the Democratic female Trump? I'm gonna pick it up the way it fell. Okay. Got it. All right, so let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so to better understand the different plausibilities that I discussed already, the first thing that I discussed was that Trump basically allowed this false illusionment that there are other parties that can oppose him, but they will be in the realm of his own family members. That could be that. And the other one could be Mary Trump, who Mary Trump is resistant to 45. She can go up against him. That could be the right of the Democratic female. It could be somebody who emulates the energy and aura of 45. Doesn't mean that they are hateful or anything like that. It just might mean that the only way the Democrats have a chance to really take down Trump is to basically put him up against another version of himself, right? That's kind of like the only way that they can do it if that was an option. So there are 3 or 4 different possibilities that this could play out. So we have the Seven of Wands here, which is that resistance or pushback card. It's the ability to fight. They feel like because this card here says like they walked away, like they've been defeated, like they have no choice, right? There's no choice here. But then you have here, they know they need to fight. Okay. They know they need to fight. They know they need to fight, and they need someone to help them fight. And I feel like that is where part of the issues come in, is that they know they need to fight, but at times they feel like they can't fight. I see it unclipped. Okay? The next card that we have here is we have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups reverse is telling me something in the future, because this card here means something in the past administration. This is something that's coming in the future. And what is coming in the future for the Democratic Party in regards to this quote-unquote female Trump energy? You have the third quarter moon. And the third quarter moon talks about the breakdown, the readjustment, and forgiveness. Right, the readjustment and the breakdown. The third quarter moon is the realignment within the Democratic Party. Right, realizing that the same way that you used to fight is not the fighting battle you can do anymore. There's nothing that you can do that will change that outcome. You have to get up and you have to fight. And that's essentially what it's saying here. Now the next card is the 10 of Swords here. The 10 of Swords is a very interesting card because it talks about here that the betrayal, the complete breakdown of the old way of the Democratic fashion of doing things. You will start to see in some way that Democrats will take on or emulate, or this individual will emulate things that 45 does. Right? You will start to see an emulation within the Democratic Party with this specific individual. Whoever this individual is. But it doesn't mean that this is a little female. It could be a little female, but it could also be somebody of feminine energy. And here you have the Five of Cups. Right? The Five of Cups tells me they won't necessarily lose because it's a new age. It's a new way of doing things, right, for the Democratic Party. And that's why it's coming in at the Five of Cups reverse. Now, also would note as well, we have many astrological things going on around this time in which this Five of Cups is taking place, which means this could be an election time. It could be a very crucial point. Let's go and take a look at that. The first card that comes in is kind of like heading towards the future, because anything heading towards the wall is the past, anything heading in the open is the future. That's why the future is on the right side. Here we have the Ascendant, which means appearance, first impression, mass. Very interesting that the mask comes in and the first appearance, right? The first impression, which means that this is somebody we don't know. We don't know who this individual is. I keep getting the energy of like Ivanka, or like someone with blonde hair in particularly. I'm getting a lot of blonde hair energy, but yeah. Here we have the earth. What's heading in the past? We have earth. Pragmatism, grounded, enduring, right? This is not a very grounded campaign. This is not a very grounded. This is not about, making yourself appear as if you're the same one, right? I feel like that is a thing of the past, so to speak. That's the thing of the past. What is above here? What's the two double transits that's also happening? That's alluding to this whole entire question here. We'll take a look. We have Vista, which is headed in the past, which is inner spark, sacrifice, and devotion. Right? Vista, the devotion, inner spark, the sacrifice. What is headed in the opposite direction? Oh, they're headed in the same direction, I guess. Umi Koli, which means Nagar, origin, inner child. This is coming outwards. This is something that's coming outwards. This is coming from within and out, which means this person, whoever this individual is, and channeling from within and outward. They are bringing from the gut, and they are challenging and projecting that to the people. It also could be emulating the root chakra, which means I am, the sacral chakra, which means I feel, and the solar plexus, which could be I do. Right? I do what I feel because I am. So that could be that sense of ignorance. It could be that sense of acting on one's emotions rather than sanability, right? We talked about that mental complex where I don't see this individual as someone who is very methodical, because we had a lot of Democrats who run who are very high thinkers. They think before they do, to the point where they appear as if robots, or they appear as if unable and unable to connect to the people. And I did not realize that there is a card that landed on this deck. I don't know how that happened, but I guess we'll put the two together. But essentially, it's that methodical point here that's honing on the idea that the Democrats are moving away from appearing as if they are part of the system, but rather fighting against the system. And here you have it, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is reversed. The Page of Pentacles is an opportunity that has not yet arisen. This is not an opportunity yet has arisen. And here what's heading downwards from the past is we have here metamorphosis, death, and rebirth. Makes a lot of sense. We talked about this. It's in reverse here, metamorphosis, death, and rebirth. There's a shift, there's a change in. Something is definitely coming, especially within the Democratic Party. We'll find out what that is, but that's something that's definitely coming. Here on the top of the deck here, we have Palace, which means wisdom, skill, and self-defense. Okay, that's heading in the future. Wisdom, skill, and self-defense. Right, the Democrats are going to be able to push somebody up who, hopefully, they are hoping will take Trump down by using Trump's own abilities against him, by picking someone with Trump-like abilities, if that makes any sense. Here you have, because it's heading also in the future, we have here moon void of course, which means disconnect, withdrawal, and reception, right? It's the moon void of course, which means that the moon and the way the moon works and operates will not be effective on this individual. Which means that however the moon is operating, whatever big things are going on in the sky around this point in time, the moon does not affect this Democratic female Trump. I've also got information from my guide at the same time as if I was reading that Newsom was also given the promise of the presidency by 45. And by doing so, Gavin Newsom basically sold out to 45. So essentially, if Gavin Newsom does decide to run, I did do a video on that. If you want to go check out my Harris video and Gavin Newsom for California governor, I highly recommend you go and do so. But essentially, I'm getting at Gavin Newsom will have not won fairly and squarely. He will have been in bed with the devil. All right. So that's what I'm getting for the Democratic female Trump. We're going to try and decode this a little bit more, see if we can get more information out of this. And then we'll end today's reading. I got to fix this table. And then we're going to do a couple more videos that's going to be out today, hopefully. We're going to talk about the Statue of Liberty that we talked about earlier. We are also going to discuss and talk about the dream, or actually real message that I got from my guides as well. I'll tell you here now, just so you know, for like proof. because today is being recorded on Monday, March 17th at 12:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got like a message while I'm in this deep sleep. I'm in a deep sleep. I keep getting this message that someone is outside walking outside my house, and they're pacing back and forth between my house and somebody else's house. They're pacing. I go outside at 5 o'clock in the morning. No one's there. No one is there. And this is the second or third time they told me they tried to reach out to me to tell me someone's outside, and there was no one outside. So I'm going to do a telecall video and find out whether or not that is an indication that someone is pacing within the White House or within the Congress. Because that could be what that could be indicating, because there was no one outside my house. Okay, so going back, let's talk about the woman again. Let's find out more information about the female. How is this going to play out? Spirit angels, tell me, how is this going to play out? How is this storyline going to play out? Is this, I'm not going to take too much opinions here. Not opinions, but not too much thought into it. You tell me, how it is likely to play out in reality, based on the likely outcome and all plausible and possible timelines that had occurred. How is it most likely to play out here in this timeline, based on how it happened in other timelines that are closely to ours? This will actually help us understand more about what's going on in the United States and how it operates. Now I want to ask you, Spirit Angel, is this Mary Trump? Is this Mary Trump? I never read on Mary Trump, but this is the question here for Mary Trump. All right, let's take a look. When you use these cards again, I really like these index cards. They really give us the information that we're looking for. The way this works is essentially the back of the cards have no words. I just intuitively feel what cards I'm getting, and I just pull them. And if they're white, they are minor. If they're colored, they're major arcana. Okay, so Spirit Angel, tell me what color am I being pulled to? I'm being pulled to yellow and blue. This is about the female Trump. Okay, they're telling me this specific yellow card is about Mary. So whatever that card is, that's Mary. Okay, tell me about this female Trump. Take a white card. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, perfect. So we got all the cards we needed. These are index cards. We'll find out what they are in a second. The first card that we get in here is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is somebody who's coming in very strongly. It's just somebody who's new. It's the opposite of what we just said earlier in the video. We talked about this as somebody we don't know yet. But at the same time, we're saying somebody that we already know. So it seems like a conflicting of energy here, which means that it's telling me that we heard about this person, but we really don't know who they are. It's like, you ever heard of a celebrity, you heard their name, you watched them maybe like in one movie, but you don't really know what their skill set is. You don't really know too much about them. You really don't know who they are. You heard about them, but you don't really know who they are. That's the energy that I'm getting. The next card that comes in is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is coming in from troubled water into smoother, calmer water. That's really the goal here. The goal is heading towards that smoother water, right? Going into smoother, calmer water, going into a form of peace, which means that by the time this female Trump comes in, there's some sort of upheaval within the United States. Here we have the Tower card, a big change, a big shift in the dynamic of what happens in American politics, especially in the Democratic Party. They're just giving me the energy of the primary. So this is the DNC primary. Like, it feels like to me like there was somebody who was set in stone who was supposed to be the Democratic frontrunner, but then something changes because this individual runs in last minute. Was it the Knight of Swords? This person comes in last minute, which is why this person, the sword is heading towards the Six of Swords, which makes it the Seven of Swords, which basically makes someone stealing something away from that individual, and they become the tower moment within the DNC. They come in last minute, they steal the momentum, and they create chaos and change within the Democratic Party. Here you have it, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords here is reversed, which means we're talking about the female. The female has been dethroned, which is interesting because we talk about the energy of this female Democratic Trump, right? This is that energy that's reversed here. It's really the opposite. This is also the Harris card that's also reversed. But this is not what Harris is. What's the card that represents this? I'm hearing the word legality here, so legal. So something in terms of legal here is coming in right after the towers. I mean, something could be challenged if that's what it's telling me. If we have it in that card here, we have the world. The world is upright. The female shines through. After probably the legal part is over, the woman shines through as the one who holds the double wand. You know how the magician only holds one of these wands? The female holds two of them. She holds them. She's methodical. She is very balanced. But remember, she has one side of her, the ego, the passion, the patriotic side of her, what is pure and in good intention. Then you see here, you see these three people, they're all dark clouds, this gray area. Right? So I feel like she may come in as somebody who's doing it for the good of America, but her intentions of how to do it may not be of purity. They may be of a darker intention. We have here on the next card that comes into the right, we have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is that card that indicates the White House, the presidency, and stuff like that. The White House. The Four of Wands. Now, I want to be able to know who this individual is, because I feel like I need to know that when it comes in. So let's take a look. Let's see what these cards are saying, what the index is clarifying here. Between the Page of Swords, which tells us, we heard this individual before, but we don't really know too much about them, personally, like on a nationwide scale. Here is going from troubled water to smoother, calmer waters. That's where you want to head. Right? We want to be able to get that sense of peacefulness. We have the first word that comes in as influence. Like influence. Something is being influenced here. The energy is being influenced. The Tower and the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is representing the legality aspect of things, while the Tower card means a change going on in the Democratic Party. We have the Yes card. So yes, there is change that's coming, and yes, there is going to be some legal aspect here. Under this World card, with the White House, with the Two of Wands here, which means domestic or influence. Again, it also indicates and hones back into the influence card here. And the lacking ability to hold on to the chair, which means whoever is the incumbent or the Republican, they're not going to be able to hold on to that chair. And here we have is not true. Interesting. So we have yes here, we have not true. And in that card here, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is balance in reverse. Balance in reverse. Okay, let's see what cards come up for Mary Trump. Because I asked if this is Mary Trump, just out of curiosity here. We have the Temperance, imbalance, and we have the presidency, and we have the word death crossed her. A change or rebirth. We never really talked about the rebirth here. I wonder if Mary Trump may run for president. She may run for president. And that could be the change that comes in last minute. Because we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, when it's upright, means wishful thinking. It comes in as this way. It calls the top the Tower card and the Queen of Swords reversed. This is not wishful thinking. This is intent. This is pure intention here. This is pure intention. So we have the World's card here. And I'm seeing here that she goes through something, a big change. And then something flips, like something changes in the way her thinking pattern, something changes. And she becomes different, if you know what I mean. And here we have the World's card here, and we have the Two of Wands. Domestic. Looking abroad. But looking, because this is the World card here. This is the world. right? And you have somebody who is the two of wands here. He's holding the world and he's looking ahead. He's looking beyond the world. It means he's looking to space. This is something in a very futuristic type scenario. But it's giving me here that he holds the world already, but he's looking beyond the world. He's looking for the futuristic aspect, more of the space, the exploration. We might see, whoever this individual is, we might start to see extraterrestrials start to make their way down onto Earth around this point in time. Because there's a reason why this individual is looking beyond the globe of the Earth, looking beyond the sphere of the influence of Earth. Because this could be indicating a major change in how we view our politics here in the United States. Because we have that the four pentacles, and the four pentacles mean the incumbent cannot hold on. Remember when I always tell you when somebody's sitting on a chair, it does not matter what card it is in the deck, if they're not sitting in the chair and it's reversed, that means that they either lose, they're defeated, they're removed, or they just lose, but it's reversed. Which tells me here that the person in power could end up losing if this person were to run. It could also mean that this person is not able to defeat the incumbent. As well, there's two different ways. That 4-1, that means the 4 of Pentacles card is saying it can go either way. But again, it's either the incumbent cannot remove the female Democrat cannot remove the incumbent from power, therefore the chair is reversed, and that means for the person running against that individual, or this means that the Democrat runs against this individual that's in power, and they themselves are removed, and they win. Two different ways, because the 4 of Pentacles, who does this represent? What party does this represent? Most likely it's going to be the party that's in power, because it is my incumbent party, trying to hold on to influence and power, but this is reversed. So it's most likely it's going to be the incumbent, but yeah, it's still yet to be seen. What's headed in the future though? We have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is that opportunity, the transition of power, the transfer of power, right? The transfer of power. The peaceful one, handing one pentacle over to the next. And here we have the balance in reverse. This is interesting. It has to do something with the election. Something with the election. This is a different election. This is not 2024. The word that I got that was really confusing here, I'm going to really clarify this, is the word not true. That came in here. I want to know what is not true about this. Maybe it's that illusionment. Maybe we'll find out what that is in a second. So with the balance here, what does this ballot card reverse mean with the Ace of Pentacles upright, which means the peaceful transition of power? We have the struggle here. Well, there's struggling for the woman to get into the White House. There's a struggle here, which is why the Ten of Wands falls right on here. There's a struggle for the female to get into the White House. There's a struggle there. And here you have is the Eight of Cups reversed. Not walking away. Not walking away, not giving up. With the top of the deck here, we have the 5 of Wands, which means fighting, and you have here the Fool card. Not giving up, not walking over that cliff, not taking no for an answer. Which is exactly what it feels like. It feels like the Democratic Party needs someone, and it feels like this is the energy here, that they need someone who is emulating the energy of 45. So, how can I best describe this in a way that me and you can understand it? Let me explain. I'm getting the energy based on this individual. This individual is emulating some of the qualities that make Trump so attractive, like not being able to take no for an answer and continuing to fight regardless. The Democrats are looking for a fight. We talk about this all the time. You hear this from many people. They want the Democrats to fight for them. They want a fighter. It would be no coincidence that this would not be the fact. This is exactly the case that leads to a Democratic female Trump. I would not be surprised if the feeling, the ambiance of Democrats wanting someone to fight for them, to feel like they are being valued and understood, will lead to a female Trump. Doesn't mean it is a Trump. It could just mean that it could emulate the energy of Trump and his quality that make him so attractive to voters that they're willing to put aside everything else. The thing is, if Harris really wants to win, she needs to emulate some of the energy of 45. Not the dark stuff, but emulate some of the things, the qualities that people admire about him the most, like the ability to say what you're going to do and then do it. Or a little bit bizarre, but like he said that he's going to take away like the Department of Education. He did it. Even though that's not what most people want, That's what his voters want. He told them what he was going to do, and he did it. Regardless of what we feel, and personally, he did that. The Democrats want somebody like that. They want someone who's willing to do it all. So let's take a look. Let's find out what the not true card is. I really want to find out what that is. And then we'll do another video in the future about Mary Trump and what her fate is. Because that card is really interesting. Something changed in Mary Trump. And Spirit Angels, tell me about the card that means not true. We have here not true, the Ten of Cups. This is my election card. Not true. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of Wands reverse. And here you have it, the Hermit. Not true about the election. There's something going on about the election in the future that's not true. Something about the election that's not true in the future. Here we have the King of Wands, which is that conservative card that's up reverse, which means this is a Republican in office now. Now we can confirm that whoever is in position to power, it's a conservative ideology. Doesn't mean it's a Republican, it could be a conservative Democrat, does not matter. This person has conservative values in some way. So whoever this female Trump goes up against is going to be someone of a conservative value. On the top of the deck here, we have the Wheel of Fortune fate. The fate turns, the wheel starts to turn, and the wheel goes back to the Knight of Cups. So the wheel turns backwards to the way things were prior. And the person who had this card with the Knight of Cups was Biden. This is how I knew Biden was going to win the 2020 election. The Knight of Cups turns back. So the wheel turns back to the Democrats here, and the incumbent is removed, which is the King of Swords. This person could be very successful. This is the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this person could be successful if they really seek it. But that's what I'm getting right now. This is going to be a part 1 of the Democratic Trump, where a lot of Democrats go to sleep and MAGA wakes up. We'll talk about more about that. That could be another video. I feel like there's a lot more to the story than what we're being led right now. This is just the very beginning. But you guys let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of today's video, whether you agree or disagree with it. I'm really curious to see. Again, I'm not predicting the future. I'm just telling the energy. This is the energy that I got. I asked my guys to give me a whole bunch of video topics. These are the video topics that came out. So there's that. Anyway, guys, have a great night, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, peace out. I love you.